the Friends of Reading Hockey would like to congratulate Rob Toczylowski on his induction into the RMHS Athletic Hall of Fame. The accomplishments of the 2008 Super 8 champion RMHS hockey team will be felt for years in the RMHS Athletic Hall of Fame. That's because of the individual achievements of a handful of its players who will be taking their rightful place in this society of athletic greatness. Rob Toczylowski, the premier goal scorer on the 08 Rockets, is the latest entry, as Toz comes in with some mighty lofty credentials. Only the ultra-talented Reading Athletic Hall of Famer Sean Collins scored more goals for Reading High than the 92 that Toczylowski scored during his Rocket career, while his 178 career points rank 5th all-time. Rob Toczylowski cannot remember ever not being on skates. Dating back to his days as a 3-year-old at the Learn to Skate program, he was on a fast track to stardom that ultimately led him to be a 4-year varsity player for the Rockets. Toz fit well into being the team's power forward as a 6-foot-tall, 200-pound left winger with his style of driving to the net and his finishing touch. Rob made his debut during the 2004-2005 season as a freshman, a season that saw the Reading High team advance to the Super 8 semifinals, only to bow out to Catholic Memorial at the Fleet Center, as it was then known. That loss, although disappointing at the time, proved to be a driving force for the younger players in the program. They saw something in themselves that said they could perhaps take it a step further and beyond in future Super 8 tournaments. The Rockets had some Middlesex League All-Stars returning for their senior season in 2005-2006, but they were quickly overshadowed by the sophomore trio of Patrick Kiley at right wing, Michael Losey at center, and Rob Toczylowski on the left side, who began to make their presence felt. This line was first formed when they were members of the sophomore team at the Hockey Night in Boston summer tournament that prior August, and they really started clicking from the outset. Reading didn't quite have the season to return to the Super 8 in 2006, but the Rockets did finish in second place behind Winchester and won a game in the Division I North tournament before losing to St. John's Prep. Toz had a breakout year for the Rockets, leading his team with 25 goals and 23 assists for 48 points. Toczylowski had a 4-goal game against Burlington and 3 other hat tricks against Woburn, Melrose, and Stoneham in his sophomore year. He received the first of 3 straight Middlesex League All-Star selections for his efforts. By Toczylowski's junior year in 2006-2007, the team was firmly centered around the junior class. Besides the 3 forwards, defensemen Garrett Collins, Travis Bush, and Quinlan Junta were now established blue line regulars. It was another outstanding season for Toczylowski as he reached the 60-point plateau with 29 goals and 31 assists, highlighted by a 5-goal game against Wakefield. The Rockets soared back to the top of the Middlesex League, winning their 15th league title under legendary coach Peter Doherty, and gained entrance to the Super 8 tournament again. But after sitting with a 19-2-0 record, the Rockets lost their regular season finale to Catholic Memorial, and then did not win a game in the round-robin portion of the Super 8, losing to Catholic school teams BC High, St. John's Prep, and Austin Prep in succession. However, high hopes for the 2007-2008 season were pretty obvious, as all of Reading's top 7 scorers would be back the following year. The top line of Kiley, Losey, and Toczylowski was riding high with all their past success and experience going into this special season. They knew as a group they could compete against anyone. The Rockets started that campaign off on a blistering pace as they won their first 13 games in dominating fashion. Only one of those 13 wins was by a margin of 1 goal, as the Rockets were beating teams by scores of 6-0, 7-1, 9-2, and 10-1. BC High stopped the Reading win streak with a 3-1 victory over the Rockets at Burbank Arena, but that didn't slow Reading's momentum, and the Rockets and Eagles would also meet later that season in a more meaningful game. Reading capped off the regular season with 7 more wins and became the second team in Middlesex League history to go a perfect 18 wins, 0 losses, and 0 ties in league play. The other was the 1996-97 Reading team. The Rockets, despite their lofty record, only earned a number 5 seed in the Super 8 tournament and felt a bit disrespected, according to Toczylowski. Reading then earned its revenge on BC High in the first game of the tournament with a 2-1 win at the DCU Center in Worcester, and cleared a major hurdle while earning some confidence and momentum going into a meeting with Catholic Memorial. Playing at Tsongas Arena, the Rockets were always in control, as goals by Toczylowski and 4 other different scorers paved the way to a 5-2 win and assured the Rockets of a spot in the tournament semifinals. Reading then put away Xaverian 5-2 to reach the title game. After a slow start in the championship game at the TD Bank North Garden against Malden Catholic, the Rockets got on the board with a goal from Kylie. However, Malden Catholic hung tough and was not allowing the Rockets to pull away. At the start of the second period, a fluke goal by Toczylowski then changed the momentum of the game for good. Dumping one in from the neutral zone on net, the puck found its way across the goal line for a 2-0 Reading lead. Soon after, Toczylowski took a nice diagonal pass from Losey and fired home a shot from above the left faceoff circle to make it 3-0. There was little drama left after that, as Reading was content to play a composed, defensive-oriented brand of hockey the rest of the way.
Let's watch history being made.
When the final horn sounded, the Rockets became the first public school team to win the Super 8 tournament, and Rob Toczylowski certainly had a major role in accomplishing that feat.
To win the Super 8 title.
For his final season, Toczylowski scored 35 goals with 30 assists for 65 points. Along with his line mates, they were named to the All-Scholastic Super Teams by the Boston Globe and Herald for that season. Rob was also a 2-year varsity member of the RMHS baseball team and was the starting first baseman as a senior in 2008. He helped the Rockets achieve a 16-6 overall record and provided a big hit in the 4-1 tournament win over Latin Academy. After a year at Proctor Academy, Toczylowski played 4 years of college hockey at Bowdoin. He is still playing the game to this day in a men's league in Middleton on Thursday nights with former Rocket teammate Pat Kiley. The RMHS Athletic Hall of Fame welcomes Rob Toczylowski into its Hall of Fame class of 2024.